Good morning, good evening to all of my Storm Strong followers. I'm coming back to you with another video because I know it's been a minute. It's been a whole month since I made a video, but I'm back. Be sure to follow, like, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and stick with me. I know it's going to take some time for me because I don't like talking. I don't like doing all that, putting my feelings and stuff out there, but I'm gonna try. I'm doing what I do, but last time I stopped, I left off with Rob. Rob was my last relationship, my 2017 year before everything went left, so 2017 I met this dude named Rob. We got together. Rob was cool. Rob was cute. Rob was fine. You know what I mean? But looks can be very deceiving. So, within the first couple of weeks in our relationship, me and Rob got into a fight. I was working at Little Caesars, and Rob didn't want me to go to work because Rob thought I wasn't going to work. Rob thought I was going out to go do, whatever he thought I was going to do. But I was trying to go to work. Rob wouldn't let me go to work. Rob freaking blocked me in my own house, fought me. Like, we tore my house apart because he wouldn't let me go to work. And, ain't nobody about to mess with me. So, as him being a man, yes, I called the law. Once I called the law, took him to jail and took me to jail too because we were fighting each other. So we both got locked up. Long story short, I still went back. My dumb decision, right? After that, things just went haywire. I was living with my uncle at the time, and my uncle didn't want Rob back at the house because of what happened. And I was, I can't do nothing about it, but at the same time, I was young and naive. That's my boyfriend at the time. Shoot, I'm not about to be here all day by myself. So I would sneak Rob to the house. But me and Rob always argued, always fought. Rob did not want me to leave his side at all. So one night, my uncle goes to work. Rob calls constantly, 100 times, back to 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 back. So I finally give in, like, come on, bruh, just come on. But we get caught, it's on you. So we at the house. My uncle, somebody I guess rode by the house, he calls and tells me to pack up all my stuff and get out his house, and I better be gone by the time he got to work. Mind you, where I'm gonna go? That's my house too. So I stayed. I waited till it was time for him to get out of work. Then I left. Then me and Rob went to one of our friends' house and we slept in the car. Majority of about a month. That's all we really did was sleep in the car because I didn't want to go back to my grandparents' house. He didn't want to go to his mama's house. And if I did go back to my grandparents' house, it was a problem. Like, I was doing something because it was a problem. So that means it caused hectic problems in my relationship, which was already problems because he was insecure. So his mom calls him one day and was like, I don't want you guys sleeping in the car. Like, come stay with me. So we stayed at his mama's house. Oh, and that didn't make it no better. Me living off a man when I didn't have to? Nah. So my attitude was, I was miserable. I wasn't happy. So yeah, I had an attitude all the time. And him being insecure, he couldn't take that. And when he got in his feelings, it was bad. It was real bad. It was like he acted like a straight female bad. Like, I'm more of a man in this relationship than you was. You know what I mean? And that's not it. Ain't gonna cut it. Nah. So Rob used to make me walk all over Bollinsville. Used to get mad, put me out the car, and I'll walk. When we stayed in Clinton, I'll walk the whole Clinton, because he would always take the car, leave me, do this, do that, and the third. But I still went back. So after a while, I got tired of living at his mama's house. And I'm a grown tail woman. I can handle my own. At that time, I had a job, went and got my own place. And, Rob had to come. Rob was not leaving my side. So, when we got that house, I say life got worse. I was getting abused mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that. And I was stressing real bad. Mind you, before we even did that, my hair was falling out. Yeah, stressing real bad, thinning real bad. I was gaining weight. I wasn't losing weight. I was gaining weight. Man. One day, after we moved into our apartment, I had braids in my hair at one point in time. And we got in a fight. And he pulled out, like I say, this little piece right here in my hair. He pulled out and I had a bald spot. And I had that bald spot for a minute because my hair wouldn't grow back there. So I was already depressed. Already, to that point in mind where I didn't care about myself. I thought I was the most ugly. Like, what did I do to deserve to go through what I went through? Like, if you love somebody, why would you put your hands on them? If you love somebody, why would you do what you do to that person to make them feel like they're lower than you are? You shouldn't. Man, I was depressed. One day, I wanted to put my hair in two braids, two little cute braids. I did it. But when I looked in that mirror and saw myself with two braids and a big old bald spot right here, I seen that. I broke down. I cried. Took them two braids out of my hair. Put my hair in a ponytail. Got some scissors. And chopped it all off. Completely. And that really put me into depression. Because I'm sitting here with bald spots in my hair. My head chopped up. I done cut it. Who did it and why? That's what I look like. Who did it and why? So I called my daddy the next day. Dad, can you come cut my hair? He was like, what you mean cut your hair? I done cut my hair off. Like, I cut it all off. Like, bald, cut it off. My dad came, and ever since then, I've been bald. And what really made me cut my hair, Rob told me, if you ever cut your hair, I will not be with you no more. I've heard that twice in my life, and both times, me hearing it, I cut my hair because you're not about to tell me what to do and how to look. So, I cut my hair. We done been together about 2 months still after that. We ended a relationship in January of 2018. When you're over a person mentally, like, it's nothing they can do to bring you back. Like, I was angry all the time. Like, anything Rob did just irritated me. He could look at me wrong. Like, why is you looking at me? Like, what do you want? Like, don't touch me. Don't kiss me. Don't hug me. Don't do none of that because it's not real. it's not real at all. Because what you doing is not real. And that really drove me to be a different person than what I am today. What I used to be cannot compare to what I am now. Because what Rob put me through made me mentally stronger than what I am, than what I was. And I thank him for that, because I feel like I wouldn't be able to fight the fight that I'm fighting right now if he didn't give me the strength to move on and fight, every day going through that. If I could leave an abusive relationship after a year, anybody can do it. It might take some time, but anybody can do it. Because once you're tired of something, you tired of it. And December of Christmas, that's when really I was to my breaking point. I told Rob, because Rob punched me in my chest one day, and I ran out the house. Rain, everything, crying, everything. I went to see Rob New Year's. After that, this was a week before New Year's when he punched me in my chest. And he texted me, calling me, I'm sorry, did that and the third, calling back to back. Me again, being stupid, give in. I go over there New Year's, because I left my own house. I left him in the house. I said, you can have everything. I don't want to be here no more. If you could pay the rent, you could do what you do, you could have a house. Cool. Packed my stuff. Came back to my grandma's like I should have been done did. But New Year's, December 31st, 2017 was the worst day of my life. Call me up. Babe, can you come over, bro? I miss you, bro. I miss you. Okay. I get there. Cool, I'm still to myself, still watching, because this shit might take a turn for the worse, which it did. And I remember this day, and it still pops up in my head. We sitting on the couch, he takes my phone. And I remember this. My best friend, Lentine, she lives all the way in South Carolina, 4.5 hours away from me. That's my best friend. That's my heart right there. And we was texting or whatnot, and she made a snap and was like, I wish I had somebody to send my news to. And I was like, you can send them to me. I'm your best friend. Cool. Didn't think it was to be a problem, because that's my best friend. That's a girl. That's my best friend. Shoot. Yeah, me and my best friend done did everything together. When I say everything, we done did everything together. And I'm not ashamed of that. Okay, why is it a problem? When he saw that, my phone went across the room, and all I could remember was my neck inside his hands, me on the ground, my hoodie over my head, and me getting beat up. Real live beat up. For me to have to get away, I told him I would stay the night. I got away. I said, okay, I'll be back. Because he wouldn't give me my phone if I didn't say I was going to stay. I said, okay, I'll be back. I got to go home, for my uncle. He was like, can you bring me a drink back? Yeah. I remember the drink and all. He wanted a brisk, the green one, to be exact. He wanted a brisk. He gave me the money for it and all. I said, okay, I'll be back. Once I left out that house, never saw me again. Because after that, that's when really my health went down on a downstream, because stressing caused me to go overload. I was already I really found out in that whole year of 2017, I found out I had kidney disease. Because of me stressing so much, my kidneys started to fail. My body started to fail, which today they tell me if my kidneys don't act right, I'll end up on dialysis, and they don't want me that way. And I don't want myself that way. So I started to do better with my life, everything. I started taking my medicine, which I won't doing. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think me smoking weed has helped me a lot through everything, because I feel like either I would be dead or I would be in jail, because still to this day, I feel like if my anger was to get out of control, I would either hurt myself or I would hurt somebody else. And I don't want to end up that way, because my mind be playing several tricks on me. And I be trying to recuperate from something that happened to me 3 years ago. And I still have problems. I still look at people different, and as if a man was to want to talk to me, I still have that, like, don't touch me. I don't say it, but I still, don't touch me. Like, I can't see myself to open up to anybody because of something I done been through. Something put me through that I shouldn't have went through. And anybody that is in an abusive relationship, physically, mentally, emotionally, please, I'm telling you, please get out. Because I was to the point where I wanted to kill myself. I didn't want to be here. If I had to be with him, I did not want to be here. But me being in love and wanted to love somebody, I stayed because I thought I could build him up. Like, I could make him into a better man, which I did. And to this day, if Rob, if you ever see this, I hope you have changed, and I hope God has put a light on your head to do better, be better. Love yourself before you can love anybody else, because a female is not going to help you love yourself. Not. Because the more you just try to get a woman to love, you're going to do the same thing over and over and over again. I see things and I see you're okay, but that's just social media. Hope behind closed doors you're doing this girl right. I pray you're doing this girl right. But I hope God leads you into the greatest that you deserve. I hope your life manifests. And I hope you've learned from your past. I hope you've learned from your mistakes. But thanks for making me into a stronger woman. For real. For real. Because if it weren't for you, my life would be different. I tell you, I would have everything. I would be living the life right now if I weren't chasing you. I just want you to know that. For real. But that's all for this video. I come back. Hopefully it won't be long. For real. I'm sorry. It won't be long this time. I'll come back with another one. This video it was very hard for me to even come out with, because it's still more to that than I said. You know what I mean? And my story with Rob makes me emotional, because I went through. But thanks for tuning in. Thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe. Storm Strong.